The biker beauty before him merely smiled. And Taro felt as if he had fallen in love. One day, Taro was riding his beloved bicycle, struggling to pedal up a mountain road, when a pink blur zoomed past him with a roar. He never expected to meet such a wild girl on a mountain road. Later, Taro stopped at a shop to rest, and was surprised to find the biker beauty there too. He thought it was a beautiful encounter, but her next actions showed Taro what true madness meant. Witnessing the madness, Taro exclaimed in excitement. Before he could say hello, she sped off in a cloud of dust. Taro followed her to a mountain villa, and managed to get a job there. The owner was a wealthy tycoon from Tokyo, whose family emphasized traditional etiquette, with strict rules for everything from sweeping to laundry. This was a challenge for free-spirited Taro. But none of this mattered, for the biker beauty was the tycoon's daughter. The girl, Reiko, was a different person from her wild self, exuding nobility and dignity in every move, especially her cold eyes, which made Taro shiver at a glance. Taro thought it was paradise and planned to spend his life there. But such days ended quickly. Due to his admiration, Taro secretly collected Reiko's belongings. Unfortunately, the butler caught him. They wanted to fire him on the grounds that he had ulterior motives for being there. Taro tried to argue, but the butler told him to reflect. Honest Taro admitted the truth. Thus, Taro was kicked out. But he stayed on a hillside outside, for he had a hunch that staying here, he would see Reiko's wild side again. Days passed, but Reiko never appeared. He was disappointed and running out of food, deciding to leave if nothing happened that day. Just then, Taro heard a car. He saw dignified Reiko get into a taxi. Suspicious, Taro chased after her on his bike, following the taxi to an abandoned factory, where Reiko's secret was hidden. Now Reiko had transformed into a biker girl, her supple waist twisting wildly on the motorcycle. The thrilling sight made Taro tremble. As Taro watched intently, Reiko noticed him. The expected awkwardness didn't happen. Reiko openly shared her secret. To her, motorcycles were everything. Men paled in comparison, so she only had feelings for her bike. Seeing Taro's embarrassment, she challenged him to a race. If he won, she would be his girlfriend. They went to the mountain road, Taro ready on his bike. At the start, Taro pedaled hard to keep up. But as Reiko accelerated, Taro fell behind, eating her dust. Reiko thought Taro was a fool. How could a bike compete with a motorcycle? Taro realized this too. So he decided to take a risk and speed down the slope. With two outcomes, death or winning the girl. Taro hesitated, but thinking of Reiko's wild side, he chose love without hesitation. Reiko entered a tunnel, dismissing the sports car ahead as trash. She accelerated, overtaking and nudging the car. The driver was enraged, chasing after her to teach her a lesson. Just then, Taro caught up. Thrilled to see the sports car, he took out a rope and hooked it to the car, pulled forward by its force. Reiko LED, the car chased, and Taro performed stunts behind. A cat appeared, Reiko swerved to avoid it. But the others weren't lucky. The car was forced to stop, and Taro was thrown off by the impact. But determined Taro wouldn't be stopped. When confident Reiko saw Taro again, he was riding along overhead power lines. The sight stunned her and sparked her competitive spirit. Taro seized the moment, leaping down from above, using bushes to break his fall onto the road. Nearing the end, Reiko began cheering for victory, for no one had ever overtaken her on this downhill. But she underestimated Taro's resolve. As she gloated, Taro zoomed past her. Reiko was shocked yet impressed by his graceful form. They reached the final right-angle turn, too fast to navigate safely. Taro didn't slow down, yelling "learn" repeatedly. Reiko doubted anyone could use a broken bridge as a ramp. But seeing Taro's seriousness, she decided to risk it. But at the last moment, she held back. while Taro charged forward without hesitation. Taro failed, but his reckless courage won Reiko over. Falling from such a height, she thought he couldn't survive. Just then, Taro emerged from the bushes, still pedaling toward the finish line. Reiko was stunned. Her twisted obsession had just been shattered by Taro. She was now drawn to him. Now Taro had started a new journey. Was he really giving up on Reiko? Of course not. His brakes had failed, and he couldn't stop.